and early death is 100% guaranteed. It's like a biological lockout. Your body refuses to allow you to fall asleep, and I think it's one of the most terrifying ways the human body can betray itself. Next up, we have the shadow biosphere hypothesis. This is a legitimate scientific theory proposed by researchers that suggests there may be microorganisms living on Earth right now that have a completely different biochemical foundation than all known life. Every living thing that we have discovered, from bacteria to blue whales, all use the same basic building blocks: DNA, RNA, and the same 20 amino acids. But the shadow biosphere theory suggests there could be life forms out there that use entirely different molecules, genetic codes, maybe even different elements, and because of that are completely invisible to all of our current scientific methods of identifying life. This means that there could be an entire alien ecosystem living on your skin right now, in your drinking water, in your lungs, on your TV stand, anywhere really, and we are biologically blind to it. We all could be covered in microscopic organisms right now that are so fundamentally different from us that we don't even have the tools to see them. Next, we have the Bootes Void. In 1981, astronomers discovered a region of space approximately 330 million light years in diameter that is almost completely empty. Based on the size and location, scientists believe it should contain roughly 2,000 galaxies, but it only has about 60. Voids existing in space is nothing new. There are voids all over the place, but the Bootes Void is unnaturally empty. Some astrophysicists believe it is natural, and maybe it's just a quirk of how matter was distributed after the Big Bang. But some people believe the Bootes Void is more like an infection spreading through space. This theory suggests the void could be an expanding blueprint of an advanced civilization that is consuming entire galaxies, breaking them down, and leaving nothing behind. And finally, we have the human proxy theory, and those two words, I'm not saying them. Between 1915 and 1926, a mysterious disease swept across the world that came to be known as the sleepy sickness. Over 1 million people were infected, and about a third of them fell into a statue-like state where they were conscious and aware but completely unable to move or speak. They could see, hear, and think, but their bodies were frozen, and they stayed that way for years, some even decades. In the 1960s and 70s, there was actually this doctor named Oliver Sacks who began experimenting with a drug called L-Dopa and actually dosed some of the patients with it, and suddenly some of the patients who had been frozen for 40 or 50 years woke up. When interviewed, several of these patients described their time in the trance as being paused while someone else used their eyes. They